That's right, Alicia. This scene is wrapping up in some sense. As you can see, this is the last of all the cars to be pulled out of the water. What a very different scene than it was earlier this morning. One man telling us it was knee high when he got out of the water. And as you can see right now, it is just about gone. Let's go live overhead to Chopper 7, and you can see the area a little better in the sense that you can tell that the crews have solved the area and are still working to make this area safe. However, it was certainly a very different view than what we saw earlier this morning. From the frigid waters into the warm arms of safety.
Just cold, stuck in a bunch of water.
Tyree Jones was one of 2 drivers who were rescued by Detroit police on a front-end loader after waiting nearly 3 hours in the bitter cold. 4 other drivers also thought they could get past this, but were wrong.
I was going down through the middle because I saw other cars coming down through the middle, so I thought I could make it also.
Bad mistake?
Worst mistake.
It took no time at all for this lake on Gratiot to turn into an ice rink. As Ricky Coleman put it, he wouldn't be standing here talking to us if he hadn't already changed his boots since he bravely jumped out of his car. But Stephen Perry's boots still feel like icicles on the inside. He waded through the numbing water that was knee-high after his car stalled out.
I was going to the bank, and next thing I know, I was in a bunch of water.
He was fortunate to find shelter in the kindness of a stranger's heart.
He told me that was his car stuck, so I trusted him and I let him stay in my car to get warm.
Now, despite staying in her car, Stephen Perry told me that he was still frozen. As you can see out here, today's weather has been unforgiving, both on those motorists who were stranded in their cars and also these folks out here who are working extraordinarily hard to get Gratiot back and reopened. Reporting live from Detroit's east side, Smitha Kaloki, 7 Action News.
What a great effort to save lives there this morning. Thank you very much, Smitha. And our Team 7 coverage of this massive water main break continues with 7 Action News reporter Nima Shafee also live on the scene with more about the response efforts this morning. Nima.
Alicia, good morning. You know, Smitha is down at one side. We are at another side where they're beginning the cleanup effort here, and this is what it looks like right now. Take a look here, and you can see that there is still a coat of ice on the road here as they begin to clean up. And just hours ago, this was completely covered in water with a thin sheet of ice, and you can already tell there's a lot of work ahead.
According to the Detroit Police Department, the first call of a possible water main break came at around 4:40 this morning. Less than 5 minutes later, a scout car arrives, and that officer radios back that, in fact, there appears to be a water main break. And Detroit police telling me that immediately the Department of Public Works was called. Then around 5:15 this morning, multiple calls started pouring into the 911 call center, and at 5:23, again, the Public Works Department was contacted a second time. Sergeant Woody with the Detroit Police Department tells me at no time was there ever a mention in any of those calls of a car stuck in the ice. Instead, he says calls poured in around 5:43 of an accident and not a car stuck. You can see here what transpired from 5:43 on. Several cars, a whole lot of ice, and
Crews came out, discovered that water was gushing out of possibly a 16-inch main. Our crews currently are trying to shut the valves so that we can clear the area and make the area safe and start repairs.
This water has nowhere to go. The ground is frozen, the water is frozen, so you can expect that Gratiot will probably be closed for a couple of days until we can get this issue taken care of, and hopefully maybe some warmer temperatures that it will melt. But Gratiot is an ice rink right now.
And this is what it looks like right now, and this is knee-high what some of the drivers had to contend with when they got out of their cars. This is what you're looking at underneath my feet, and I'll tell you what, Daryl Litimer with the Department of Public Works tells me that this is a record year. Last year, this time, they had over 380 water main breaks that they are working on. Now, fast forward to this year, over 500. To put that into context, these frigid cold temperatures this year are no contest for the water and the infrastructure underneath the city. Now, DPD tells me also that their job is not to deal with water main breaks. However, the officer in this case, Sergeant Woody with DPD tells me the officer did his job. He came out here, he looked at it, and you know what? In this case, there were 2 officers later in the morning that rescued some people out of their cars. We're live this morning off Gratiot in Detroit. I'm Nima Shafee. Back to you.
Thank you.